Ever wondered what adds that extra spark to Owosso Speedway's vibe? Well, here's the secret sauce. Agnew Sign Company. These guys are the creative geniuses behind all the jaw-dropping signage that gives Owosso its unforgettable charm. Picture this. From the bold Owosso Speedway sign greeting you at the entrance to those cool banners leading you to your seats, it's all the handiwork of Agnew Sign Company. And hey, have you checked out the sleek pace car, the rock-solid safety trucks, and the speedy ambulance? Bet you didn't know it, but Agnew Sign Company's magic touch extends to these crucial Speedway essentials too. Now, let's talk about your business. Want to stand out from the crowd? With Agnew Sign Company's touch, it's totally doable. Think striking awnings, inside-out captivating signs, lively banners, and stunning vinyl graphics. Their lineup will blow your mind. But hey, Agnew Sign Company isn't your run-of-the-mill signage crew. Nuh-uh. They're in the business of redefining branding. Their one-of-a-kind products will take your company's image to new heights, leaving a lasting impression that sticks with your audience. Ready to experience the Agnew difference? Head on over to agnewgraphics.com for a treasure trove of marketing possibilities. Or swing by their spot at 1905 West M21, just a stone's throw away from Owosso. Or give them a call, 989-723-4621. That's 989-723-4621 with any questions you have. Big shout out to Agnew Sign Company for making Owosso Speedway shine bright. Now, it's your turn to let their magic work wonders for you and your company. Agnew Sign Company, where standout signage meets unforgettable branding. The Owosso Speedway proudly partners with Gross Construction of New Lothrop, serving as the title sponsor for the Street Stock Division in 2024. With over 15 years of experience, Gross Construction excels in both commercial and residential projects, encompassing new construction, repairs, and restorations. Specializing in various aspects of construction, Gross Construction is well-versed in site work, utilities, standard and decorative concrete, as well as flat and structural work. They offer comprehensive planning, management, and assistance for building multi-phase projects. If you're considering a building project, Gross Construction is the name to trust. Contact Gross Construction at 810-287-3652. That's 810-287-3652. Or visit their website at grossconstruction.org to learn more about their services. Thank you to Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores for their dedication to auto racing at Owosso Speedway. Their generous sponsorship is one of the many reasons your general admission tonight was just $14 or less. Founded in 1964, Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores is headquartered in Oklahoma City. With over 600 locations across 42 states, they offer 24-hour access to clean and safe facilities for purchasing gasoline, diesel fuel, compressed natural gas, travel items, electronics, snacks, and restaurant offerings. Love's Truck Care provides heavy-duty tire care, including tire pass, light mechanical services, and roadside assistance. Love's Hospitality operates a network of hotels and storage rental locations. Additionally, Love's Financial offers freight bill factoring and back-office support to professional drivers. With more than 38,000 employees, the Love's family of companies includes travel stops, Speedco locations, country stores, corporate offices in Oklahoma City, Musket Corporation, Trillium, and Gemini Motor Transport for nationwide fuel transportation. Their dedicated employees strive to assist customers and support the communities they serve. For further details about the Love's family of companies and their comprehensive services, please visit loves.com. Once again, we proudly present McAllister Rentals as the title sponsor of the 2024 Sport Compact Division at Owosso Speedway. For over 20 years, McAllister Rentals has been Michigan and Indiana's go-to destination for heavy equipment needs. From bulldozers to excavators, they have the largest selection of CAT equipment to handle any project of any size. They can handle the projects here at Owosso Speedway. They surely have the equipment to handle whatever project you have in mind. McAllister Rentals ensures your job becomes easier, faster, and more precise. Experience the efficiency of having the best equipment at your disposal. Visit McAllisterRentals.com to discover how they can simplify your next project. With unbeatable equipment and customer satisfaction as their top priority. Thanks to McAllister Rentals for their continuous support as our Sport Compact title sponsor here at Owosso Speedway. In the world of Outlaw Super Late models, the Owosso 500 Race Series with the Reveal the Hammer Series thrives. Quality shows all made possible by Michigan Kenworth. Michigan Kenworth, with 6 locations across the state, is the ultimate destination for medium and heavy-duty commercial trucks. Under the trusted Kenworth brand, they dominate the Michigan territory. The CSM Truck Network, part of Michigan Kenworth, is the lone statewide commercial truck dealer group offering a convenient one-stop, full-service experience. Michigan Kenworth's phenomenal growth is no coincidence. They prioritize customers with fair dealings and a customer-centric approach, setting them apart. Backed by CSM companies, Michigan Kenworth provides exceptional product support and end-to-end solutions covering rentals, leasing, financing, parts, and service support. With 45 plus industry years, Michigan Kenworth is a top North American Kenworth dealer. 3-time Kenworth Dealer of the Year award recipient. Those are awards earned and not just given. From Class 5 to Class 8 trucks, Michigan Kenworth delivers quality, performance, and a smooth ride. They're the world's best for a reason. Discover other convenient locations including Wisconsin Kenworth, Saarland Kenworth, French Ellison Truck Center, and 3 Florida locations. Michigan Kenworth, where quality meets customer satisfaction, experience excellence in every mile you drive.
Once again, 25 laps planned for these Pure Stocks. And this division, I think, is the hallmark of Owosso Speedway.
Agreed. And Nick Johnston's going to lead him to the green flag. He'll have the pole position. Dan Goki, who's been awfully close last season, looking for his best chance here, starting on that front row. Row number 2, it's Brian Thompson in the 66 and the 14 from Midland. That's Kyle Callahan. Lonnie Samir in the M15 and Jim Miller Jr. That'll be a row to watch in row 3. Jason Spencer in row number 4 in the 55. And your fast qualifier, Jordan Lakota, in the J1. We go back to row 5. Bob Farley in the deuce and Zach Burton in car number 40. In row 6 inside, Sean Edmonds in the number 4 and Keegan Clark in the 11. Scott Garcia and Talon Deal make up row number 7. Cody Montreal, he picked up a heat race win. He's going to be in row 8 with Jeremy Johnson. Baumgarten and Abby Kolb in row number 9. Your final row, Austin Soving and Landon Heidi scheduled to appear. So a couple of shufflers that have gone to the back of the pack. So it's Talon, right?
I think, well, right? now that you're saying it, like, now I'm questioning myself. All right, race fans, this time around, we're going to want to see each and every single one of you up on your feet as we get set to roll with the McAllister Rentals Pure Stocks. All right, as they come around, give them a wave, race fans. As we show them the white flag, we're going to be going green next time by 25 laps the distance. 783, side by side. I believe this light show does stop eventually. Maybe? All right, there we go.
Whew.
Whoa, those are bright.
My heart jumped.
I think it's a lot cooler when you do it for that long.
Nick Johnston, Dan Goki, ready to bring the field down. 25-lap main event for your Pure Stocks, brought to you by McAllister Rentals. Here they come.
And we're off into turn 1. Nick Johnston with the early advantage. A little bit of a contraction on the outside line that bunches things up, allows Lonnie Samir to jump up into the 3rd position. But he's got some fast chargers behind him now. The 55 and Jason Spencer. Problems maybe for the 83 and Dan Goki. Looks like he may be off the pace. Not sure if he just got shuffled out and is trying to get his bearings back. We shall see.
I'm telling you, I'm not convinced that that middle groove is doing very well for any of our divisions yet, although when I was down there on the front stretch for the interview, definitely a sticky track. So they are laying some rubber down as we're going to see the battle now. Samir already trying to chase down that top spot. He looked to the high side of Johnston, couldn't get it done. Spencer going to be right behind him.
And Samir now going to take her to the outside, try and make the move around.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I think you're tiptoeing really up there.
Yeah, you really have to earn it on the outside here. Still working on getting the track seasoned back. It does tend to take a little while to get that 2 and 3 wide racing back. Samir, I think, thought about taking it to the outside, but Jason Spencer had already had that idea.
Almost like you have to have a little bit of throttle control to go up top. I mean, look how far Spencer went to the top side, able to hold on for that battle for the top spot. Matter of fact, he takes it.
Yeah, look at that run he got. So there's hay to be made up there, but you got to be brave to do it. Jason Spencer certainly was brave enough to do it as he took the lead. And now coming to 6 laps in, it's going to be Spencer, Samir, Johnston, Miller, Lakota, and Callahan, your top bundle of cars.
Yeah, Kolb and Sovin going a lap down made it interesting there for you. Oh, and we got a lot of smoke and some moisture coming out the back of that machine. The Sovin machine. A lot of smoke coming out from the engine. You can see the oil laid down just about the high side exit of turn 2. And safety officials quickly getting over there, a driver out of the car.
Yeah, it's always a scary situation when you see that much smoke because it could mean oil, and that oil gets on something hot underneath the hood of that car and it could ignite very quickly. So obviously the 98 of Austin Sovin gets out of there in a hurry. So we have, looks like fluid from just about, for sure, the beginning of turn 1 over to where the 98 came to a stop on the backstretch.
I mean, he was already up on that high side, so he's not necessarily in the racing groove, but certainly wouldn't want someone that ventures outside the groove to get into that moisture. So it'll be first opportunity here to get some speedy dry onto the racing surface. Maybe we'll even see what is it, Sweeper McQueen?
Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen. Yes, Rob, sometimes we'd like to have a little dead air just so you can readjust your ears, because I'm sure after listening to Chris and I most of this evening, you may experience some tinnitus, maybe some subtle bleeding from the ear.
See, actually, what we were doing was Roger and I like to sing the greatest hits of ABBA, but unfortunately it's copywritten music, so unfortunately it's not allowed to go over the stream.
The greatest hits, they're all good songs.
It's just a shame, Roger. You do such a good dancing queen.
Well, it's all in the arms, but you can't really see that from, well, you will eventually. I used to have that long, flowing Bjorn hair.
There's some of it left, I think.
It's in my nose.
All right, we got 6 laps completed, 19 to go. We're going to be picking this time around. That choose arrow has bitten a few people here tonight already, so we'll see if these drivers want to make their choices obvious or if they would like us to choose for them.
Here we go to choose. Spencer's going to take the inside. So is Samir. Johnston's going to go to the high side. Miller inside. And your 5th place car, Lakota, will move to the top side. Then Callahan, Thompson, they move to the inside. So a lot of low lane pickers. Again, makes me believe no one wants to be on the outside.
But then again, you look at somebody like Jason Spencer. That's how he took the lead. He had to go way up there to find the grip, but he found it and used it to his advantage.
Side by side.
So the field doubles up. Pace car goes into the infield. And we're ready to go. So Spencer and Johnston, this time we'll bring them down. Samir and Lakota in row number 2. Here we go.
And they fire off from that M&K Truck Center restart zone. And a pretty dead heat on the start, but now Spencer gets the advantage down the back straightaway. Oh, Lonnie Samir in the 15 right to the back bumper.
He just has a feel for where the back bumper is. He can get within inches of it if he's not already touching it. Johnston doing what he can to try to hold on to the top side. Jim Miller now makes his way to the inside. Lakota right there behind the number 9 machine as well, as Callahan and Farley just outside the top 5. They're door to door.
Jordan Lakota adjusting pretty well back to the pavement as he runs in the 4th position, now challenging the 9 and Miller for that final podium position down the back straightaway. Not able to make it happen quite yet. But he is continuing to poke at the 9 car. Miller trying to get away around.
Yeah, field now single file. No one wanting to step out of line till you get deep in the pack, where you see Goki trying to make a pass, but that's well outside the top 10.
Yeah, I believe Goki may have taken it pit side on that last caution after dropping to the back. And looks like he's working his way back up through the field. As your leaders now closing in on lap traffic, catching the 89 of Abby Kolb.
Kolb right in the racing line. Spencer dives down to the inside. So does Samir. Now Kolb will stay on the high line. "13 laps remain." So just about at the halfway point. Couple of cars going to go a lap down. Deal will be one of those. Baumgarten will be the next one. And Johnson, those are all within a couple of corners of your race leader as they're right to the back bumper of Baumgarten now. Spencer has to sling it out to the high side. Opens the inside line up for Samir. Can't do anything with it.
Yeah, Baumgarten did everything he could to get out of the way. Unfortunately, the leaders, I think, bared down on him a little bit quicker than he anticipated. Jeremy Johnson in the 47 takes it very wide out of the groove to give room to our leaders.
Oh, we got a car. Baumgarten out of shape. Down the front straightaway.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, he slides up the track just a touch, but he hits the brakes and keeps himself out of harm's way. A little slide around for the 108. Bob Baumgarten out of Mount Clemens. So we slowed this field down. 11 laps remain. Jason Spencer is your leader. Samir in second. Jim Miller Jr. third. Jordan Lakota fourth. Fifth is Kyle Callahan. Of course, this may all change once we get to the Owosso option. Nick Johnson in the 7th spot. Bob Farley, in the 7th spot. Landon Heidi 8th. 9th, Brian Thompson. And Sean Edmonds rounding out the top 10.
So we're past the halfway point now, 14 and 11 to go. Again, this has been a great battle at the front of the field with Jason Spencer in the 55 and Lonnie Samir in the M15, our 2 most recent champions in this division.
And is it really a surprise? I mean, the 3 guys right there battled for most of the wins last season.
I think Jason Spencer lowered his track record 5 or 6 different times last year. So once again, just north of 10 laps to go. 11 remaining as we make our choices. Your top 2 cars all choosing the inside. That's going to give Jim Miller Jr. some prime real estate to the right elbow of the 55 of Jason Spencer.
Yeah, and that moves Johnston is who was sitting just outside the top 5 now, is going to move all the way up to the outside of row number 2. He's going to bring Landon Heidi with him in the 87. Remember, he didn't even get a chance for a qualifying time, and he is right now running in the 6th spot as they're lined up on the speedway.
So we got 11 laps remaining here.
55 and 9, side by side, 55 and 9, side by side. 55.
So the drivers will head now towards the M&K Truck Center restart zone. The leader sets the pace. That is the 55 at Jason Spencer. He can flare anytime between the first and the second lines. And if he doesn't before he gets to the second line, then the track is green. So he will lead the field into 3 and 4. Nate Rowe with the green flag at the ready.
222, give them spots back.
Miller, what a restart. Takes over the lead out of turn number 2, and the caution flag is out.
I have a feeling our flagman wasn't super stoked with that restart. I thought the track went early.
9.
So a restart violation by the 9 of Jim Miller Jr. So we will throw the caution flag out and get him lined back up.
222, you need to drop to the back.
Field getting the 1 lap to go signal. We'll try this a second time for this restart. Ooh, a floating bag. Sorry, I was distracted.
It's just so whimsical.
Like a French film.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag floating in the wind?
As it gets to be hammer time.
Enough Katy Perry for the night.
Was that where that was from? Again,
It might be.
That's why you're entertaining your demographic.
All right, green flag is out. And Jason Spencer gets just a little bit squirrely there off the bumper of the M15 Alani Samir, but they all keep it pointed the right way. Jim Miller Jr. in the 9 falls back a bit as they're pretty much 2 by 2 behind your leader, the 55 and Jason Spencer. We come to 10 laps remaining now. Spencer, Miller, Samir, Lakota, Johnston, Callahan, your top bundle of cars.
Would you say the 55 is the school bus in it right now, able to block the bottom and the top right now?
He's definitely trying to park the bus as much as he can.
Samir, Lakota, back there wheel-to-wheel battling with Samir. And Lakota might pick up a spot here as he's to the inside, and Miller, he's got about a half a car length in front of the 9. Now he'll clear him as Miller goes back down to the inside lane.
And Jordan Lakota now gets to the inside of the M15. Alani Samir shows him the nose down the back straightaway. Doesn't quite commit to it just yet, but he's up in that 3rd position as we come down to 7 laps remaining.
Top 3 cars running about 18-1, 18-2. Those last a couple of green flag laps, but it's Spencer pulling away in the 55. Kolb going to go down another lap here. Spencer goes on the outside. Baumgartner next one to go a lap down. Deal looks like going to stay well out of harm's way. Oh boy. We got a spin.
Yep, Keegan Clark.
Boy, it was just starting to get good up at the front of the field. They were all bunched up, and around goes Clark in the 11.
One away, you can drop to the back. 7, drop to the back.
So we have just 1 heat race remaining now, 6 laps left, 19 in the books. Spencer, Samir, Lakota, and Miller, your top 4. At least on the scoreboard, it could change based on the Owosso option. That we'll see here in just a little bit. New for 2024, we do double file restarts all the way through to the end.
Not the last 5 laps?
Last year
or
we
10
stopped
laps?
with 5 laps to go. We went single file this year, double file. all the way.
Oh my, sounds like everyone should probably get an auto parts sponsor.
Double rainbow all the way.
Well, just as that caution was coming out, Samir had at least showed his nose on the outside going into turn number 3. Boy, that seemed like it almost opened the door for Lakota and Miller to try to take advantage, but just as that caution was coming out, Samir went back to the inside, and then everyone had to slow down. So already some excitement here as it's about go time. The pay window about open.
6 laps left.
As we're already at the choose. Spencer, Samir, Lakota, your top 3 have opted for the inside. First car to the outside, Miller in the 9. He'll start on the front row.
This seems familiar.
It does seem very familiar.
I feel like we've seen this before. And even Landon Heidi up to 6th, back up to 6th. Do I smell burning toast? Like, am I having a moment here?
Are you speaking in tongues? Yeah.
I swear I just saw this.
You didn't know how to speak Spanish before.
It's the accent that's got me. And I can play piano now.
Well, how about that? Yeah, Landon Heidi goes from 7th to, well, only 6th, but it looks like it's a lot less far away when they're doubled up, isn't it?
That does condense things.
So some of those guys
more
went
stuff
up,
in one area.
they went up 2 spots as we try to complete these last 6 laps here in this feature event. Miller this time going to give it another shot on the top side with Spencer on the inside. Here they come. Spencer with about a nose out. Miller getting a much better run this time out of turn number 2 than he had on the last restart, but he has to commit to the high side because Samir not going to give him any room to come down to the bottom lane.
Oh!
Contact, and Miller goes around, stays away from the barriers, and this is going to be interesting here. As Miller was trying to get to the inside, not a lot of room there to make that happen.
15.
Yeah, unfortunately, 2 objects cannot occupy the same space.
And it sounds like they've already made the call on that, as Samir is going to go to the tail of the field, it sounds like.
That sounds like the case. The call coming from race control, the M15, Alani Samir being assessed for the caution. He'll move to the back of the field. The 9-inch Miller Jr. will resume his position.
So it'll be Spencer and Miller Jr. That's how they are scored. We scored that last lap. Lakota will move up to 3rd, Johnston 4th, Callahan to 5th. Landon Heidi 6th, 6th, 7th spot Bob Farley. Then Brian Thompson, Dan Goki, and Zach Burton seem to be the top 10. Of course, that will change likely once we do the Owosso option with just 1 extra lap that we took care of there. We're down to 5.
And Bob Farley, no relation to Chris Farley or Bob Marley.
To be ahead of the 15.
So
That would be a gene pool.
That would be. I feel like Tommy Boy would have been a much more interesting movie if it took place in Jamaica.
11, you can roll up ahead
It certainly would.
11 ahead of the 15. Line up.
Thought about doing a Jamaican accent there for a second. I'm gonna defer.
Nope.
I'm gonna defer. Just everybody listening at home and here at the track, just pretend I did it and it was funny. We'll all just pretend.
Oh, we're already at the option? Spencer, Miller, Lakota, inside. Johnston's going to go to the top side. Callahan inside. Heidi outside. Farley outside. Thompson inside. Elliott, or rather, Goki outside.
Now that's gonna put Lonnie Samir roughly 14th-ish with 5 laps to go. Now that M15 car, when he is racing with a purpose, is one of the
yes.
most astounding drivers to watch, and he's going to be one to keep an eye on here in these closing 5 laps as the field sees the white flag. 1 lap to go.
I certainly got to hand it to the drivers. They've done a very nice job with the option and getting themselves tightened up and lined up and ready to take that white flag here tonight. So kudos to the drivers moving along rather well here to get relined up and ready to go back to the racing.
All right, Spencer and Miller, not your front row. Spencer and Johnston, your front row as we come to the green flag. 5 laps to sort it out. Green flag is out. We're back underway.
Some of you are already picking up a few spots on the inside. As Spencer able to hold off Johnston, he clears them. Now Miller trying to make his way by the number 7.
And looks like he will at the line. 4 laps remaining. Callahan looks to the inside of the 87 to Landon Heidi. They make contact. Everyone keeps it pointed the right direction, but that's going to cause Callahan to lose a spot or 2.
He got kind of shoved around in his heat race, too, that Callahan did, and almost in contact with Farley there as they battle outside the top 5. Laps winding down, 3 to go. Slightly comfortable lead. You never have too much of a comfortable lead here at Owosso Speedway, but Spencer got to feel pretty confident right now, but we got a bee's nest well behind him. Oh, we got contact.
Yeah, we got a bumper on the back straightaway. Caution flag out.
Goki in the 83 and the 40 of Zach Burton making contact, and we've got a bumper laying in turn number 4. So that was the bee's nest that I was referring to. We had about 7 cars all in about a postage stamp of the racetrack, and I was a little concerned we weren't going to get to the finish there.
Yeah, unfortunately, some junk on the trunk became junk on the track, and somebody is less a bumper. And those chrome bumpers are not cheap, I assume. I don't know. I've never bought a chrome bumper for a Caprice or anything like that, so I'm going to assume it's expensive.
I think it was the front bumper of the number 40 that has come off.
All right, safety right on the scene. And they'll throw that in the back of the truck just in case somebody needs it later.
Strap it on the Malibu.
I'll do it. I ain't scared.
Honey, welcome home. I brought you home a bumper from the races.
It's a collectible. Put it next to my jar of dirt from North Wilkesboro.
Hey, I do want to let you know that Campo did laugh at your joke.
Well, that's nice of Grant.
Yeah, it was very nice of Grant.
2 laps to go. Oh, for the crowd, I would let it go. I'd let it go.
All right, we have just a pair of laps remaining as we come down to choose for what may be the final time. And, that's going to put your fast qualifier outside of the front row with 2 laps remaining.
And he has not done that the whole race. So will this work out for that number 1 machine? As Jordan Lakota, the Mount Morris driver, now for the first time gets to start on the front row with the guy that's led the most laps in this event, Jason Spencer. So really, this is how it works. The top 2 qualifiers side by side with 2 laps to go in this feature event.
Yep, a heads-up shootout, 2 laps remaining here for the McAllister Rentals Pure Stocks to sort things out. Spencer and Lakota, your top 2, as the pace car pulls into the infield. I don't know if these guys are going extra slow or if it's just the suspense building, but they come into the M&K Truck Center restart zone. Green flag is out. We're back underway. And it's just about a dead heat off into turn number 1. Lakota on the outside sticks with Spencer. They are door to door down the back straightaway. I can't tell who's ahead. Now it's Spencer with a fender off into turns 3 and 4 as the white flag is out. 1 lap to go. Spencer just barely out in front. Lakota sticks with them. Miller sticks his nose in there as well. Don't look now, but here comes the 14 of Kyle Callahan as we're in 3 and 4 for the final time. Spencer clear of Lakota, but he drifts high. Checkered flag out. Your winner is going to be Jason Spencer. Jordan Lakota second. Jim Miller Jr. third. Kyle Callahan fourth. And Nick Johnston is going to complete your top 5. Through the field, we got Landon Heidi in the 6th position. Brian Thompson 7th. Lonnie Saumier recovers to finish 8th. Dan Goki 9th. And Zach Burton, a pretty solid finish there in the 10th position. But our opening night feature winner will come down to victory lane, that Busch Light number 55. And I imagine after this one, there's going to be a few Busch Lights that are going to take a hurting over in Owosso as Jason Spencer picks up the victory. And we'll throw things down to Roger Williams to get a word with our winner in victory lane.
Jason Spencer already out of the car. Obviously fired up in front of this crowd. Comes up from inside row number 4, and I'm there. Busch Light, powered by Busch Light tonight, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She was fast. She was fast on the outside. She was fast on the inside. Jordan Lakota made me nervous when he lined up next to me. I knew how fast he was in qualifying, and I didn't know what he could do out there. I knew he was going to have a hard time. Luckily, we were able to get it done.
Well, I saw some comments on the live video saying, wow, I don't know, Spencer's taking that high side. What? You were one of the few that were able to find something fast on the outside.
Well, I've been doing this 6 years, and I really, 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 really like the bottom, and everybody here knows that, but sometimes you got to learn to go high if you want to win a race.
It's always great to open up the season with a win and a lot of hard work in the off season. Why don't you thank everyone that made this car go fast, and be sure to thank all these pretty sponsors on your car.
Absolutely. I want to thank my dad, my father-in-law, my wife and my kids, Dorman, all my family that supports this, friends and family that support this. I'd like to thank my sponsors, J-Mo's Hot Rod Garage, Busch Light Main Beverage, E. Weaver Construction, No Mo Problems, Long's Transmission, Home Office Realty, Jacob Newman, and Ryan Secor State Farm. Thank you.
Well, a lot of cars come out to knock you down, but they didn't tonight.
Right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Congratulations one more time, Jason Spencer, picking up the win in your Pure Stock division tonight.